I would like for you to pick up one piece of gum, just one piece, okay? Would you toss one piece to me, Gurneet? Thank you. Okay, one piece of gum. Now I want you to take this one piece of gum, and I want you to figure out where you would hide it or put it away. Like just discreetly, right? If somebody handed you a piece of gum and you're like, I don't really want this right now, what would you do with it? I was not gonna say it because I knew you gals were gonna say it for me. Did you hear them? I would shove it in my bra. Yeah. Sorry, guys, we always have that as a secret hiding place. But look, you would find someplace very discreet on the table. Maybe it's right underneath, like the flower arrangements. If you were wearing a coat, you're just going to slip it right in your pocket. You're not going to think about it again, right? In fact, I bet you do not think about this piece of gum until you either wear the coat again or take off your bra, right? Yeah, I know because I've done this a number of times over the years. Now, here's what I want you to do next. I want you to grab a handful of gum. Now, there's no right number, but let's do at least, like 5 pieces of gum, right? Just reach into the bucket and grab a piece of gum. Okay, now when you hold that handful of gum, what are you going to do with it? I did not anticipate an audience saying I would throw it at you. Would not be the first time it's happened. But if you hold a handful of gum, where are you going to hide it? Could you put it in your pocket without noticing it? Would you be able to make it until the very next time you wore that jacket before you realized that there was a lump in your coat pocket? I know that I wouldn't, right? We look at one piece of gum very differently than a handful of gum. I've had this experience a number of times over the last few years because our bullpen coach for the Mariners, our pitching coach for the Mariners, used to hand me a piece of gum on his way out to the bullpen. And it was our little joke. And I was always either on TV or getting ready to go on TV when he would walk by and casually put this piece of gum in my hand. I can't do anything with a piece of gum. So if I was wearing a jacket, I would just tuck it in my pocket, which is how I ended up with gum in every single pocket of every single coat in my closet, which is a lot, thanks to Darcy sitting in the back of the room. And if I was not wearing a coat, it would go right here into my little makeup bag, and I wouldn't think about it ever again, right up until I couldn't zip up the bag. See, this bag only has a few lipsticks, it's got hairspray, it's got my IFB, and the contents of this bag never change, except for the gum that was added to it. And it was always so frustrating and so confusing when I couldn't zip up the bag, only to find 5 or 6 pieces of gum at the bottom. And I use this with a lot of people so that there is a visual on small actions leading to big things. Because it's really hard for us in our day-to-day life to believe that any of our small actions or our small habits actually make great impact. But bubblegum now becomes our visual representation of what happens when we reach critical mass. It is proof of the compounding effect of doing a little, a lot. I call it the bubblegum effect. And the bubblegum moments that lead up to not being able to zip up a makeup bag are the exact ones that have gotten me to this point in my career.